We're going to continue with the geometric explicit formula. A sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Remember, a sub 1 is our first term, and r is our common ratio. This is always used to find the nth term, a term that's far away from the rest of the sequence. In this case, we're going to be finding the 8th term. So when we're finding the 8th term, we're going to go a sub 8 equals, our first term is 2, and what we have to do is figure out how it jumps from 2 to 4, 4 to 8, 8 to 16. And so it's multiplying by 2, so that's our common ratio. And then we put to the 8 minus 1. Now we're going to take that and we're going to plug it into our calculator. We're going to go 2 times and then 2 raised to the 8th power. Now make sure that you do the exponent first and then you multiply. So we want to do the exponent first and then we're going to multiply it by 2. And what that gives us is 256. So for the next one, we have a sub 8 because we're finding our 8th term. Our first term is negative 3, and what we're doing each time is we're timesing it by 2. And then we go 8 minus 1. So this time we have the negative 3. We're going to times it by 2 raised 2. And sometimes instead of just putting 8 minus 1, I just subtract it in my head, and so I'm raising it to the 7th. And so a sub 8 equals negative 384. Now for the next one, if I'm looking at it, I have a sub 8 again. 64 is my first term, and this time I'm dividing it by 2. So if I'm dividing it by 2, that means my common ratio is 1/2. And then I have it to the 8 minus 1. I'm going to take 64 times, and I like fractions to be decimals, so I'll times it by 0.5 and then raise to the 7th because 8 minus 1 is 7. And you could either write it as a fraction or a decimal, so either 1/2 or you could put 0.5. Either answer is correct. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to go back to arithmetic sequences, and the reason why is so we can see that not all sequences are arithmetic, not all sequences are geometric. So just in case you forgot, the arithmetic one is a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1, and then notice that this time we're adding 2. So a sub 9 is equal to negative 3, that being our first term. Then we have plus 9 minus 1, and then we're adding 2, so we're going to put a 2. Order of operations, we're going to multiply first, but in my head, I know that 9 minus 1 is 8. So that gives me 16, and then 16 plus a negative 3 gives me a sub 9 is equal to 13. For the next one, first term is negative 8, and what's happening each time is that I am adding 3. So a sub 9 is equal to negative 8 plus, and then I have 9 minus 1, and I'm multiplying it by 3. So 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 times 3 is 24. And then what I have is 24 plus a negative 8. And that gives me 16. For the next one, what's happening is it's adding 5. So I have a sub 9 equals negative 20 plus I have 9 minus 1, and I times it by 5. Once again, 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 times 5 is 40. Minus 20 gives me 20.